Hey YouTube, how you doing? I am back with another video. Guys, excuse my hair. I am no extensions, no curls, no nothing, just my little short hair. I just got off work, so if I look a little tired, that's what that may be. But this is a video update to my last video that announced that I was pregnant. So I haven't made an update because I had to wait until I was ready to do so. And I finally think I'm a little ready. I'm a little nervous. I don't even know why. To let you guys know, as I may have said in the previous video, that I had a doctor's appointment on June 27th. It was my first prenatal appointment. So my husband and I, we went. I had already had a pap smear before, which I think I told y'all that before. I found out I was pregnant, and then I went to the prenatal appointment. So they did their little pelvic exam. I already did an ultrasound. Really could not do an ultrasound well in the appointment room because of my fibroid tumors. Now, as I said in my previous video that I still had fibroid tumors. I just had a microscopic maluectomy on one of my fibroid tumors to get it out of the uterine lining and to decrease some of the bleeding. But she didn't want to do a full maluectomy because I still wanted to try to have a baby, and that would take like 6 months. And of course, as we know, I'm older, so my biological clock is ticking. So anyway, with all that being said and done, I had to be sent downstairs to the ultrasound tech that does nothing but ultrasound. So they did an ultrasound, they saw my fibroids, they saw my uterus, my ovaries. They did see a fetal pole, but they were having a hard time getting a heartbeat, or there was not a heartbeat. So, and the baby was only measuring 6 weeks, and I should have been 8 weeks. So they thought maybe my timing might have been off, whatever. Anyway, I had to go back a week later, which was July the 5th. And at that point, they told me that my pregnancy was not viable. I was okay. The second appointment, the first appointment, just when she was just kind of click, because I don't know how it is in your state or in your doctor's offices, but our ultrasound techs are not allowed to say anything. So even though I just kind of knew, and I was just like, and she was sitting there doing all the transvaginal, over the top ultrasounds, I just knew, and I was just crying. My husband, he tries to be really non-emotional, but he was just sitting there, he was just looking at the screen. It was just not a good thing, and it was not something I would ever want anybody to do. So from the 5th, when they told me that it was not viable, my doctor just so happened to have been out at that time, and so I didn't even get to speak to her. I spoke to one of her colleagues, and they were really concerned about the fibroids, but forgive my puppy. They were really concerned about the fibroids and all this other stuff, and I just really wanted to talk to my doctor, but like I said, she was out. So they gave me the option of waiting for it to happen naturally, or to get the medicine, or to get a D&C. At that point in time, I just didn't want to make a decision. So I told them I'd think about it, and I just went on with my life. And I really now looking back, didn't really kind of accept anything because I hadn't bled, I didn't have any symptoms, I was still having pregnancy symptoms. So I just really kind of pushed it into the back of my mind. So roll forward to in the wee hours of the morning on the 18th of July, I got up to go to the restroom, and it just, something did not feel right. I wasn't in any pain or anything. I got up, and it was like a scene from freaking Carrie. And TMI for those that know, it was just like a scene from freaking Carrie. I got up, my underwear felt heavy, I had blood running down my leg, my bed, the bathroom floor in here, which is like ceramic tile. I was just like, and my husband usually sleeps very heavy, but all he could hear me say was, oh God, oh God, oh God. And he was like, what is wrong with you? And then he got up and he turned on the light and he was like, oh my God. But that morning, I mean, that was like a big gush or whatever. I was supposed to go to work. I called in to work. I slept. I mean, nothing else really happened after that. So I continued to spot and bleed for the next few days. But in the wee hours of the morning on the 20th, which I also had a doctor's appointment on the 20th because I felt it was kind of weird. I felt like something was wrong. And she was like, just come see me, okay? So I got up at like 3 o'clock in the morning and I was in so much pain. I've had so many blood clots. I mean, I figured that this must be it. And I really weathered this by myself for like 3 hours. I didn't want to wake my husband up because he had to go to work the next morning. He had been calling off a lot for me. And he just sleeps hard. I did not try to wake him up, but I mean, I didn't try to wake him up, but I did not try to wake him up either. I was just kind of like pacing the room. I would go in the living room. At one point in time, I was in like so much tears, and it seemed like every 15-20 minutes I would have to change I wasn't even wearing pads. I was wearing the discreet little underwear pad type of things, and I would have to change it like every 15-20 minutes, maybe more. I don't know. I wasn't even timing it till my husband woke up and he was like, what's going on? You do look kind of pale. You know, and I was telling him or whatever, and he was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm just going to go to the doctor. He went there and told my niece, hey, can you go to the doctor with her? Because she's not looking really good. And he kept asking me, do I want him to stay? And I was like, no, I don't want you to stay. And so he went to work. I went to go take a shower because, you know, I went to go take a shower because I was going to try to go to the doctor. And I was in the shower and I just felt myself go. And I was like, oh, this is not right. So I got on the phone, I got out the shower, I got in the bed, I called my doctor's office. Her nurse answered the phone. She was like, you need to go to the emergency room. I called my niece in the other room and I told her, hey, we need to go to the emergency room. And I called my husband. I was like, I'm going to the emergency room. He's like, I'm on my way. Like, my husband and I both do not work very far from our home. And the way he was speeding, I know he was speeding. He should have caught a doggone speeding ticket. So he got here in like 10 minutes. And by the time he got here, from the pain, I was throwing up outside the car. I was just in so much pain. And, yeah, so we were on our way to the emergency room, and I'm just like, oh my God, the movement in the car just made it even worse. So we got to the emergency room, and by that time, I guess I had passed most of everything. The pain had started subsiding, and I was in the emergency room, but the doctor was like, you do look pale. So they ran my stuff, my hemoglobin, and she was like, you really need blood, but it's so borderline. I don't really want to give it to you. They sent me for ultrasound to make sure that all the tissue had passed. I had some tissue in my cervix, and they pulled that out. I know this is TMI. And they sent me home, and I just rested. The next day I did have to go to work. I went to work, even though I really wasn't feeling all that hot, but my team leaders and everything, they helped me out throughout my shift, and I think I worked that day, Sunday, Monday, and then Monday on my way to work, I made my doctor's appointment. So my doctor's appointment was yesterday on I'm going to say the 7th. And so I went, I got my ultrasound, everything was free and clear in my ultrasound. Today they called me and they said my pregnancy hormones are down to 39. Yesterday at the appointment, she told me, once my period starts, she gives me the okay to go ahead and try again. The concern that her colleagues and things had, she didn't have because we already knew about it. With the pregnancy, my fibroids did grow, but that's to be expected, but they had shrunk back down to where they were in the beginning. Now that my pregnancy hormones are leaving my body, but my hemoglobin has not really recovered. So now I'm having to take iron pills. So to get pregnant after all this time and to lose the baby was very traumatic for me. It sent me in a tailspin that I didn't think that I was gonna go in. So I luckily on Facebook I found a miscarriage support group, and that's been kind of helping me. I talked to my sister-in-law, my husband's sister, and she's helped me, and then my cousin is more like a sister. That's helped me. Everybody wants to know, we're gonna try again. We weren't preventing, we weren't trying. So that's where we stand still. Will I go back and get the fertility blend? I'm not sure. But as I get more comfortable and more accepting, I guess, then I'll know more and I'll be able to tell you guys more. But I didn't want it to be like, okay, she came to us, she's pregnant, and she just left us out the box. Cause that was never my plan. My plan was once I had my first appointment, then I would start making pregnancy vlogs every 2 weeks, which once I get pregnant and find out it's viable, if we do again, that will be the same thing, because I've shared in so many journeys with you guys, and I want you guys to share that journey with me. So that's all I have to say for right now. I just wanted to come and update you, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Hopefully I'll get some energy and things to start making some other kind of videos for you guys. And I will see you soon.